Mm-hmm.
What are a couple signs that a guy can tell? Because women kind of conceal their not intentions, but they kind of conceal themselves in a way, and they're not as overt.
Mm-hmm.
They communicate it more covertly than and a lot of guys are not trained to see stuff like that. So, what are some ways that guys can see in a woman, some signals? Because a lot of guys miss the mark that she's interested in him.
I always have guys tell me that they can see it like in my eyes. So if I'm looking at you a lot and I'm kind of like watching you when you talk and I'm like kind of scanning your face.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good indicator. Like I'm checking you out and I'm looking at your lips and I'm looking at, excuse me, I'm looking at your eyes. I touch if I'm interested, like I'm doing a little, like I'll touch your arm or I'll touch your hand. I will make some sort of contact on the first date. If I don't like you,
right,
I ain't touching you. I'm out,
right.
I do a lot of this. I tilt my head when I'm into you, like I'll touch my, that's a very like feminine thing to do where she'll, just like looking at you and she's listening and she's tilting her head. Or she'll do like a little, she'll touch herself. Like I'm giving out all the secrets.
Don't worry, I gave it to him already.
Yeah. So all these like, and then really open body posture, like very, open chest, open everything, like facing you, my legs crossed, like just right on you.
Right.
I'm trying to think other things that I do.
Those are good ones. Those are very good ones.
It's really eye contact. It's really eye contact. And if she pulls out her phone, that bitch be gone. No, I'm just
game over.
But like, don't pull out your phone. Like I hate that. But no, if she pulls out her phone, she's not into you. Like if she pulls out her phone,
really,
and like I think so.
I never talked about that one.
I pull out my phone and I'm like, all right, gotta go. Like works to call in or something. Sense. It's an excuse just to get out. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Makes sense. That's a good one. I haven't even thought about that one.
Have you ever had that? Have you ever had that before?
Yeah. Not a lot, but I have.
Yeah.
And it didn't go nowhere when I'm thinking about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, it didn't go nowhere.
It's kind of disrespectful, but
unless she may have had like, sometimes the women they may have a kid or something like that. So they be like, oh, I'm gonna check. They'll say it like, I'm gonna check on my kid real quick. Or,
of course.
They'll say it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I will, if there's something, an emergency, I will say, hey, hey, I'm sorry, I need to attend to something, but then I'll put it away and I won't look at it again for another hour, right. Or I'll, I will. Yeah. And you'll just, I don't know, the vibe, you'll feel the vibe. And like, if you set up a second date, right? Like if you're saying, hey, like, I really enjoyed this, I'd love to see you again. Can you get a call? Like set up if she doesn't want to set up a second, like if she doesn't say yes, or if you're feeling like, oh yeah, like we'll see. Oh, if she's into it and she's like, yeah, like when do you want to go out again? She'll be happy that you asked for the second date. I don't know. That may not be your man code, but like if she's into you, she will be all over that.
Right. Yeah, I shoot your shot. So I'm a shoot your shot type of guy. So, and that never failed me. So if I see she's into it, a lot of guys are not, I don't say bold and brave enough, because I have several situations, and as a woman, you can, chime in on this, but I've had several guys come to me and say, hey man, everything was going good on this date. She drove 45 minutes to see me, and the date was good, and then we kissed, and she went home, I never heard from her again. I'm like, you didn't shoot your shot. She may have wanted to, especially like nowadays, this generation, the younger, they're more open to getting down with you. They're more open to sex. It's not this whole, oh, I got to go on 10 dates and I want to make you look like I want to be special. A lot of times that's kind of died out versus, 15, 20 years ago, it was, women kind of put on this act. But so I explained to them, like, she may have wanted to get intimate with you, but, she's not going to throw herself onto you.
No.
And she's giving you signs, and this girl done drove 45 minutes, shaved, put on makeup, found a matching bra and panties, because y'all know how y'all do on the regular when y'all walking around and look like old women with the holes in their bras and drawers and shit. You know how it go. I lived with a woman before, I know, right? So and she found the matching shit and shaved her legs and shaved down there and shit, and it's like, you didn't even take the initiative. She kissed you and you didn't shoot your shot. So she goes to find somebody else who could.
Exactly. And if I'm kissing you on if I'm kissing you on the first date and like you're not extending the date, or like we're not going and like making out somewhere else, or like if it's going that well and I'm feeling it and I'm vibing it and we're going to get like, let's go get gelato, like let's keep it going, because the later it gets, right. I'm sorry to sell up my girls, but like the later it gets, the likely, like the more chances that you're going to get laid. Like it's like, it's 10:30 at night. Like, oh, it's kind of late. Like where else do you want to go? Like, it's kind of getting close to bedtime, right? Like,
shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. But like also just, like if it's going that well, the chances of you getting more physical is like greater as you keep going on with the night. Right. And like women are weird like that. They want to feel like a man is like putting himself out there and like, and kind of taking a risk for her. And unfortunately it sucks that you have to kind of take responsibility for the rejection, but you kind of know.
It don't. It don't. I mean, suck, if it's like with risk comes reward. Like, okay, you got to put yourself out there. How you gonna make the shot and win the money if you don't shoot it? So if you're scared of that rejection, to me it don't suck. That rejection makes you strong and better anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like men are a little bit more immune. You're a bit more immune to it than we are, because you are so driven by sex. Yeah, like you guys get it more than we do. Like we just, like you said, we just have to sit there. So, but women also. I mean, sometimes I get rejected, and it doesn't bother me. Like I just keep going. Like not everybody's
rejected for what, sex or just relationships?
More. I mean, I don't get rejected for sex.
Okay, I was gonna say that's major gap.
No.
Okay, all right.
But some guys are not ready for.
But the rejection is there.
Yeah,
right.
And you just got to move on. You just got to say it's not, it's not right, or that's it. There's somebody else out there for me.
Right. Yeah, but back to what I was saying, I think that's the main reason. I believe that's the main reason guys get ghosted after a first date or a second date, is because they didn't push the issue. And not necessarily be thirsty and jump over, but escalate things. Not say, hey, let me bend you over right now, but escalate things further, right? Maybe she wants you to go further, and you didn't do that. And it's just like, well, in the dating app age and the social media age, it's nothing to find a replacement or nothing to find a guy who knows how to do that.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So, it's good
that
you said that, because they don't hear women say stuff like that. So.